everybody, and welcome to this week's Burble of Only Murders in the Building, Season 2, Episode 7, named Flipping the Pieces. This episode shows us Theo trying to help Mabel go after the possible killer, which happens after the subway stabbing incident that Mabel does not remember. She always, she almost loses the bloody matchbook, which has been a crucial evidence for us so far in the series. Theo also gives Mabel an employee badge from Coney Island so that they follow the clue. She also sees the glitter guy there, but is unable to recover the matchbook. And then we also see Mabel's relationship with her father, who dies from cancer when she was 7 years old. Detective William pays a visit to Oliver and Charles, and they hand her the murder knife for analysis. The trio get united at the diner at the end of the day, and Mabel shows a picture of Lucy that she got off of the glitter guy, indicating that the killer may be after Lucy. Charles calls Lucy, but it gets cut before they get a chance to talk when a citywide blackout happens. Ooh. So, Rena, what did you think of this episode?
Oh my goodness. I was on like tether hooks the entire time and biting my nails and it was a really interesting one, and I love Theo, so I did love the episode. Um I don't think that's what I expected after the last one. I don't know what I did. I thought, okay, she's gonna end up in the hospital, then get charged or something. But they catch me by surprise every time. What did you think?
I have to say, like, I have to give props to this series for being sort of like a really good example of inclusivity and diversity. Like you mentioned, Theo, who's a deaf and mute character, is so well written and crucial to the story. Like, he's not there just to be there, but he's crucial to the story. And something that actually struck me is it's when he signed languages to Mabel saying that movies are not written by deaf and mute people. So you don't see a lot of that in there. But yeah, I have to agree. Theo is one of my favorite characters, even from season one, where, maybe more than halfway through the series, it's revealed that he was the one who caused Zoe's death. But I also love the tender moment between Mabel and Theo when they're talking about Zoe's death. And it
Yeah.
really shows a remorseful Theo, like being so vulnerable and honest. I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy or a terrible guy. It's just circumstances and the way things happened that make him seem like one.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, I know he's not meant to be the hero of the story, but I kind of see him in that way. He's not a bad person. It was circumstance, things happen. Uh, I don't think that's him. He's not malicious or in any sort of way evil, not from what I see. Um, and he's just really tender and nice, and um, I don't know. I always thought those two would get together, but
Interesting thought. Hey, we still have a bunch of episodes left. Who knows?
maybe. But oh, okay. What did you think of the going to Coney Island? Like, I don't have the gumption to do stuff like that. I don't have the gumption to play someone who does someone like that, who does something like that. It's so nerve wracking. I
It's like I mean, I've lived in New York for a very long time, but I never had an affection towards Coney Island. So I don't really get the whole thing. But yeah, I'm with you. Like, I'm not big into, Coney Island and kind of doing that. But a lot of people do resonate with that because that's their childhood. That's where they have grown up. And, it's a familiar place to a lot of people.
no, but they go to look for the killer.
Yeah, they
Like,
find that employee badge. I think Theo picks it up when he's filming on the subway, when the possible killer is trying to assault Mabel, and then he kind of maybe he like bumps into him or something, and then he kind of grabs onto the Coney Island employee badge.
Yeah, and then she's in the, what is it, the lockers, and he's coming. Like, okay, is it, if it was me, I'd be, peeing my pants. I'd be making all sorts of, nervous noises, giving myself away. I'm not good in those situations, and I can't even watch others in that situation. But um, she got away from that, which is great. But oh, it
But
was
that's
tough to
Mabel. That's
watch.
her character. Like she is a brave character. Like even in season one, she did things on her own, like going after. Remember, she kind of goes after the jewelry guy on her own. I mean, she meets her
Yeah.
friend, and they drive together. But like she has that gumption. She has that sort of, oh, I want to know. I want to solve this case, kind of a thing that she will do anything and everything that she can within her power to to find out the truth.
I guess so. Let me ask you something else. What do you think of Detective Williams? I like her. I love her character, but is she truly trying to help them, or I mean, and can she even help them? Like she was out for a while. Now she's back. Uh, what can she do? Like she's an officer of the law and court. Like she can't like pretend these things don't exist. She has the knife, right?
So yes, she's back. She's not really on maternity leave. But before I answer, or respond to your comment, it really seems like she has the case of taking her work everywhere she goes syndrome, because like when I go out of work, like I can never unplug from work 100%. Like I'm always checking my work emails or my Slack messages or whatever. I'm always like attached to my work in some way. But you're right, Detective Williams is on another level. Like she's supposed to be on maternity leave, but she shows up on their doorstep and trying to like probe Oliver and Charles. But I think that she does have a little bit of a pull there, because remember in the first season she had the phone of Tim Kono, which she sent for processing. It couldn't go, but then she ended up giving it to Maple, who then kind of decoded and kind of took the evidence there. But giving her the murder weapon, which is the knife with the blood on it and possible fingerprints of the killer, I think that may have been a smart move, because like you mentioned, as an officer of the law, whatever evidence she can get that either proves they're guilty or they're innocent, I think she's going to use it, because I feel like at this point she has sort of like established a relationship with the trio. She kind of got involved with them in the first season, and now she wants Mabel to not be the killer. So I think that she will do everything in her power to do whatever she can to help them.
I'd like to think that. I think
Yeah.
she's fair at least. And I guess we know how Lucy fits in, but that there's the killer has some sort of design on her now. But if she really knew who the killer was, she would have said something. So why would the killer be after her?
I mean, we don't know why. We've just found the picture of Lucy in the bag. So we don't know if the killer is after her now, or was the killer trying to do something before the murder happened. Like we still don't know. All we know is that we've seen Mabel kind of you know uh, look at find a picture of Lucy off of the glitter guy. And also, I think that glitter guy or girl, whoever that is, whoever they are, the glitter them, I don't think that they are the killer. I think they have a major role, it seems, but it just doesn't make sense. Somebody from Coney Island would be, after Bunny. I mean, it's too random at this stage, which is episode 7. I feel like it's too random to be that, but I do think that the glitter them has some sort of a involvement in Bunny's murder. So I don't necessarily think that the glitter them is after Lucy to murder her, maybe it's some other reason why they have Lucy's picture.
I don't know. It's strange. Like at first, I thought the guy could have been someone paid to go pick that up or do something with. But now that Lucy's picture's there, I don't know. It seems like there's cause to worry about Lucy now.
Yeah, yeah. And we also see Mabel get flashbacks of Bunny's death and then remember that she saw someone running away from the crime scene. And she kind of comes to the conclusion that she didn't stab Bunny because so far, I think it was implied or inferred, implied, stated, allegedly that Mabel was the killer. But I think now she's deduced that, she's not the killer. She did not kill Bunny. She did not stab her. So that's a very important piece of information.
It is. I mean, yeah, as a character, she was worried about it. I didn't ever think that she actually did it. Um, that would have been too easy. But yeah, I think it's an important thing to note that she realizes that now.
Yeah.
And at least for her own mental health.
Yeah. But it's also like in the eyes of law, sometimes it's not about what you can prove, sometimes it's also about what you can't prove. So, although the detectives are not able to prove that Mabel is the killer, Mabel has to prove that she's not the killer. Like, Mabel doesn't have to prove who the killer is. All she has to do is prove that she's not the killer. So it's sort of like an upside down kind of a thing. But can I address a blackout in New York City? Like, to me, that is unbelievable. But it was. I mean, I get that it's a clever plot point, but I can never imagine a blackout in New York City. What do you think?
We had one. We've
Wait,
had
what was it?
that was
Sandy? Hurricane Sandy during that time?
no. It was before that. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly when. It was, I think it was like August. I was at work and suddenly it blacked out and everyone was trying to get home and everything was shut down.
Oh
Luckily
my
someone
god!
gave me a ride, but like everything's dependent upon electricity. So it has happened and I think it lasted for a day and a half. So I can't point to exactly when it was, but it's happened. Maybe they were
Wow!
alluding to the same one. Who knows? Um, but yeah, it is scary.
Wow! I didn't know that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was at home working.
I thought it was a few states that it went to, but I do think they draw upon situations that happen in real life. So um, yeah, I think that was believable. I don't know if anything else
Hmm,
is. But I
interesting.
guess that was our episode. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe to this video. Until the next episode, thanks for listening.